This guy says the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was only good for big business, and he's wrong. He's just ignorant of what the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act did. Now, it's true that the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act reduced the corporate income tax rate from 35% to 21%, but that's a good thing. The fact of the matter is the corporate income tax rate should be 0%, and we can talk about that in another video as to why I think that's critical from an economic standpoint. But the fact of the matter is the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act introduced another deduction to small businesses called the Qualified Business Income Deduction. And what that means is any self-employed person is still entitled to a deduction of 20% of their net business income. And this is a deduction that applies across the board to small businesses. And when I say small businesses, friends, anybody that earns less than about $350,000 a year is entitled to this deduction. So high-income self-employed people don't get the deduction. It phases out starting at about $350,000, phases out to about $425,000. Above $425,000, there's no deduction at all. If you're in that window between zero and roughly $350,000, you get a 20% deduction on your business income. You don't have to spend additional dollars to get that deduction. Normally, deductions are dependent on spending money. The Qualified Business Income Deduction is not dependent on spending money. It's 20% off the bottom line that reduces your income, reduces your tax liability, and this deduction was designed to put small businesses on the same footing that corporations were on with the reduction from 35% to 21%. So it's simply not true that the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act only benefited big business.